sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
Oh boy, it is Friday. It's happy hour. And when it's happy hour, you got to drink a little Topo Chico hard seltzer. I like the pineapple. It's fucking great. What do you think of that theme song? Do you care for it or no?
I know it seems like the guy maybe could have practiced a little more.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I always think that. I'm all, this guy really phoned it in that day.
Yeah, he just didn't. He didn't even think about what he was doing.
He didn't give a shit.
Your dog is looking like he's just ready to attack.
She's ready to fuck you
She
up.
is so mad.
She's like, God, I want to fuck that guy up so
that
bad.
song, I hear it all the time, and that's the reason I'm so angry.
Is that right?
Always hearing it.
Really?
Maybe,
I don't know. It's a special Friday show. There's no Smiley here today because I didn't even tell him. He would have felt, he would have had to work and he would have felt obligated. So it's also he doesn't like you, so it's it's whatever,
Yeah, it's all good.
No, I'm just kidding. From the band Youngsville, we have Carlos. You have like too many names, man. It's like Carlos, Rafael, San Juan,
Something like
Pueblo.
That'd be awesome.
Garcia.
That was actually my name. San Juan Pueblo.
What is your full name?
Carlos Jose Rafael Garcia.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
That has to be painful though when you like have to go do like administrative shit.
Well, I actually like it because
Yeah.
Carlos Garcia is so generic that
Yeah.
like if you throw in the Jose Rafael, it's like
It's Carlos Jose Rafael Garcia. Do you say it like that?
No.
Oh, that's weird.
That's a weird accent. I don't even know what kind of accent that was.
I don't either.
Did you watch Mortal Kombat or what?
Yeah, sure. Are you talking about the new movie? Is the new movie out?
Yeah, it came out today technically, but they
Oh, did you go watch it?
Yeah.
Was it good?
It's really good.
Really? So, okay.
Like it's like not good, like a good movie,
Yeah.
but it's really good. It's so my son and I watched the original one from '95,
The first one,
the very first one that they
which
made.
I like.
No, I like it too.
The second one was bleh.
I never saw it, so that's what's so funny is that
Bleh.
I saw the original '95 one. I didn't watch the sequel,
Mm-hmm.
which is called Annihilation,
Yeah.
and
Which is what I wanted to do to them after I saw it.
and nor did I watch the reboot that came out during the pandemic.
No, that's okay. That's the first one.
Yeah, the first of the
the
these
new
ones.
ones.
Yeah,
And I didn't like it until this one came out, and I haven't seen this one yet. Is that a weird thing to say?
well, explain.
Okay. So when it came out, I was like, well, it looks badass, but where the fuck is Johnny Cage?
Right.
Johnny Cage is my favorite character from Mortal Kombat. And so then I was like, well, where's the fucking tournament? Like, the whole game is about a tournament. Like, they really messed this up. So then I'm like, I see the trailer for this one, and I'm like, okay. So that was like everything leading up to the tournament. All right, now I like it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I can see that. And so
Yeah.
what's funny, though, is that although Johnny Cage is kind of being introduced in this new one,
Yeah.
it, despite that blip of him being reintroduced,
Mm-hmm.
it actually functions very well as a sequel to the 1995 one.
Interesting.
Because at the end of the 1995 one,
Yeah.
Shang Tsung comes out, he's like, I will kill you, mortals,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn, yeah, Shao Kahn. Shang Tsung's the
Have you
original.
played the game?
I'm not like a big fan. I've played the games, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know the lore.
I have a Mortal Kombat 2 arcade machine behind you. It's back there. It's back in the back. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know the lore very well, but
Yeah.
I remember, at the end of the original one, they do a little pose and
Yeah.
the dun 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 dun, comes in,
Right.
and then it's funny because then he is Shao Kahn is the
Villain.
villain of the second one,
Right.
So it kind of functions as a sequel to the original as well.
Interesting.
So like if you didn't see I didn't see the reboot, nor did I see Annihilation.
Okay.
But I saw the original, obviously, when I was a kid.
So weirdly, you saw the very original movie, and then you've seen the sequel to this one. So it's kind of a 1 and 2. You're like, wow, they really upgraded the graphics on this.
Yeah,
one.
and my son, we watched it on Monday, the original one, and then we watched the second of the reboot yesterday, and he really enjoyed both of them. And in his mind, he felt it was very much a sequel as well. So.
Well, and then this is getting confusing. So the first one of the new one, the one that came out in like 2020, 2021.
It went straight to VOD, right? It was like
it went right to HBO because you couldn't go to the theater, so they went so it went on to HBO.
Yeah.
The other problem I had with it is they introduced a character that was like not in the games.
Oh yeah, and he's in. I won't tell you what happens, but he is in the second one.
Okay, hopefully he's killed.
Well,
Yeah, never know.
You never know. It is Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it is Mortal Kombat. Well, it's like one of those things where like and maybe that's why they did it. I don't know, because maybe they're gonna kill them off. But like, I was like, you have all these motherfucking characters. Like, there's a shitload of characters through the Mortal Kombat universe, and like, I almost wish they wouldn't have done movies. They would have done like a TV show, like on Apple or something. But anyway. But
so was Liu Kang in the first one?
Shit, I'm trying to think.
It seems like Sonya was in the first one, and
she's
Jax were in the first
Sonya, Kano, and like Jax, and Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
We're in the first one,
and then new guy, random,
who's like Scorpion's son or something, like grandchild.
I can't remember. It's some weird shit. Yeah.
Well, he says he's like, I have the blood of the Scorpion, and he says that in the second one.
Okay.
What?
I need to rewatch it. I think before I watch the new one.
It doesn't seem like it was that relevant.
Okay.
Anything that was happened in the first movie, they kind of showed again.
Oh.
So like, I didn't know that in the first movie.
I don't remember Liu Kang in it.
I don't think he was.
Or Kung Lao.
Because they kind of introduced him like, they're like, oh, hey.
What do you think of Carl Urban as Johnny Cage?
I think Carl Urban is one of those guys who is very good at being like straight man, gritty, angry guy.
Gruff.
But also like has a very good sense of like comedy timing.
Right.
And I think that Johnny Cage, I think aesthetically he doesn't look like Johnny Cage to me. He's like, Johnny Cage is like a blonde white guy. Kind of like the more like Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oh,
weirdly, okay. So when last October I did the Santa Fe Comic-Con, and I was some guy's handler, right?
Yeah.
The guy next to me was the voice of Johnny Cage from the video games.
Oh wow, yeah.
Not the original guy Daniel Placino, but like the guy who does the voice now.
Yeah.
Looks like Johnny Cage, and I was like, why are you not?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull him up.
But long story short,
and he's like, I don't think I look like it.
Yeah. Carl Urban is very entertaining as Johnny Cage. I would say. I'm not sure. Like, I don't have like a whole affinity for the lore or really even I haven't played like a new Mortal Kombat game in a while.
None of those people. What? Andrew Bowman, that's his name. Let's see if I can pull up a photo of this dude. Oh, there he is. Yeah, see that's the dude on the left that is the voice of Johnny Cage. If you dyed his hair like a brownish blonde,
I feel like he's also an actor, right? Like he does other things. He looks familiar.
You are correct, yeah. But like I was like, dude, why? Yeah, there you go. There's him. Like, yeah, like he could have played Johnny Cage.
Yeah, he has that that kind of.
And he's the voice of Johnny Cage. Andrew Bowman, look him up if you're watching. So
that's funny.
Isn't that weird?
No, but
and I told him that, and he's like, I don't think I look like him at all. And I was like,
Well, he has the kind of like the goofball, smarmy guy
look.
I mean, not like that's not a negative thing. It's
no,
just
it works. It works.
And Carl Urban, I think, doesn't have what I would have imagined the look of Johnny Cage.
Right.
But it's kind of like when Chris Evans was cast as Captain America. Like I didn't think he looked like Captain America in my mind.
And now he is Captain America.
But he is Captain America. And that's kind of how Carl Urban, like he's so good in the role, like his actual physical doesn't match the video game,
right?
But he embodies it, and it's really fun.
And that's cool. I dig that. And like that was, when Heath Ledger, they were like, "Oh, Heath Ledger is going to be the Joker." I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? The guy from 10 Things I Hate About You? Fuck that." And so nowadays, when they announce somebody as a character, I don't ever jump like right on it. Like I don't flip out. Like when they did Jared Leto, I mean, I should have because he sucked at it. But when they announced,
well, Jared Leto, I mean, I jump at anything he does because he sucks at all of it.
He sucks, yeah. But like when they did Paul Dano as the Riddler, I was like, at first, I was like, I like Paul Dano, but I can't see that. And then I watched that movie, and I was like, oh fuck.
And the concept worked, like the way they made the way they translated the Riddler.
Yes,
well.
fuck yeah. Like, well, first of all, the Riddler. I mean, I'm a huge Batman guy, and this is gonna piss people off. The Riddler sucks. The Riddler is a weird, like, fucking, like, 50s throwback character.
Yeah,
it's like,
I mean, it's
riddle me this,
time,
Batman.
yeah.
And so when they updated it to him being like a serial killer, and he's like dropping like, you know, like riddles to like, you know, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun. I like that. I dig that.
Yeah,
shit,
I think the
you know?
concept was good. I think it wasn't executed as far as script goes very well. Like I think like the puzzles. And
Really,
the
I
clues
thought it was
were-
cool.
No, I mean I think
Yeah,
like Paul Dano did a good job.
yeah.
All the actors did a good job. I think actually the issue for me was just that the clues were so dumb.
Yeah.
And like it was like this like a rat with wings. You mean a penguin? It's like no, a fucking bat. When on earth has everybody ever said a rat with wings is a penguin?
Right.
Or you know whatever.
Yeah.
And so it just like just dumb things like
There was some dumb, yeah.
they should have made. I feel like the movie was like equal parts really smart and clever and equal parts super dumb. And so like it kind of, and also kind of boring. Like I thought it was like a lot of boring stuff in it.
Well, so
I didn't hate it. I just feel
I've
like
had to
it wasn't-
describe it. Like I've had people that are like, "Oh, it wasn't a Batman movie," and I was like, "What do you mean?" They were like, "Well, there was all the fucking like serial killer stuff, and he was like investigating," and I was like, "See, that's where you don't know Batman.
the greatest detective.
He's the world's greatest detective." And I said, "It, you know, in the Detective Comics, which is one of his comics, you know, he does a lot of detective work, and he, you know, he sees clues, and he has, you know, different things that, you know, he's not only like great at fighting." You know, he's a detective, which I feel like they lost in the movies, and you know, maybe they went a little too much in this one. But
Well, it's not even that it went too much. I just feel like they could have done it if they were going
Mm-hmm.
to do a detective thing. They could have maybe hired a writer that really did a lot of procedurals
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and made a smart detective movie.
could have, yeah.
You know, and I just feel like it was like a very soft, marshmallowy detective movie.
Sure,
You
okay.
know, like any child could have figured out any of those clues.
I had no idea we were going to go into all these like movies of pop culture today.
It's all good. Anyway, speaking of pop culture,
Yeah.
segue. We're going to be doing a show at Tractor.
Who's we?
We, as in Youngsville.
Youngsville.
And just so I don't forget anybody.
Your band,
'cause
Youngsville. For people who are listening, you know, because we have listeners from all over the world. We're really big in Vietnam right now.
Oh, nice.
Vietnam is the biggest country we're big in right now.
Youngsville's big in Turkey.
Nice.
Yeah, our biggest listener base off Spotify is from Turkey.
So we have people in Vietnam. You guys did our theme song.
Yeah.
Right? And so that if you're wondering who Youngsville is and if you should go listen to their music online, you should. And if you are in the Albuquerque metropolitan area, you guys are going to be playing at Tractor Brewing.
Yeah. The Wells Park one on 4th Street.
Yeah, when is this?
And this will be May 16th, a Saturday. And it's going to be, like, I really like, as I'm getting older and playing music, I'm trying to find reasons to play a show versus, like, I mean, I respect anybody who tries to play a show at any point.
Right.
It's fun to play shows, and there's a lot of rewards. But for me right now, I just have a lot of plates spinning, and I want to make sure if I'm playing a show, I want it to feel special for people to come see me. Because, I mean, how many shows has Youngsville played now? Like,
Yeah.
you know, maybe over 1,000 or
Sure.
something like that, at least. And it's like,
Well, you also have to make it fun for yourself.
yeah, so it's like, how do I make this fun and challenging, and how do I get people that like have seen me play a bunch of times to even want to see me again?
Right.
You know, and so I just had a pretty, I mean, it's not the most original idea, but it's an idea that I thought would be a lot of fun, and it's just do essentially kind of like a mini like Night of Living cover band sort of vibe, but it's really specific to 90s
Sure.
grunge.
Okay.
You know, and so and the reason I wanted 90s grunge is because that's, you know, I was pretty young when it was popular,
Yeah.
and I kind of got into it when I was already older. I was already like,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, I
yeah.
got into it after like its heyday. So
Okay.
I was like really getting into grunge in my, you know, late 20s. And now, like in some of my favorite songs, like Soundgarden and stuff,
Oh yeah.
they're like these really great songs, and they're like this heavy but poppy and great vocals and great guitar lines. And I was like, that'd be really fun to learn that, you know what I mean? Because
Right.
like it seems hard, and maybe
Oh, yeah.
it'll be fun to like try to do a Chris Cornell type vocal and some different guitar lines and stuff. So anyway, that was my idea, and I pitched it to Jeremy over at Tractor, and he seemed really on board, and I got a pretty good little lineup of folks. I mean, we got Talking Hours, Simo and the Lovers.
Who are the Talking Hours? Are they? So is everyone going to play as a different band from the 90s?
No, we're not playing as bands. We're just playing songs.
Oh,
so like
okay.
the idea is that each band plays 2 to 3 songs, and then 2 of them are covers, and then 1 or 2 can be originals with a grunge vibe.
Got it.
So like it's not hard covers. So like we're gonna play 2 covers and 1 original because our latest song, we really effed this up.
That's the name of the song?
That's the name of the song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actually effed. It's not fuck, but whatever. What was the word? But that song is very grungy, you know.
Yeah.
And so and that's like it's one of our newest songs. And so it'd be fun to kind of like.
Did you get little Bobby on the lineup? He's in the chat right now.
I did not. You know, I asked him to play stuff, but I think he also like
Doesn't like you?
he doesn't like my bass player.
Oh.
Like actually, it is, and I understand why he doesn't.
Okay.
He and I actually have had a conversation about it because there was just it sucks. It's a shitty situation, but I won't get into it here.
Yeah.
But I love Bobby, and I would love to have him on the show. But I don't know. I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable if he's like wants to. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe down the line, if something heals. But anyway, it's gonna be cool. And then the Shame Babies and Solid State are also playing, and there'll be like
nice.
Everybody's playing a little bit. It's cool to see that everybody kind of like it was. I was concerned that everybody's gonna pick like the same songs, you know, because I was like, oh yeah, pick your favorite 90s.
Did you have to
songs.
vet the songs?
No, I mean I didn't vet them as much. I mean I asked what they were playing just so nobody played the same song.
Yeah.
But there was only like a whole song that got asked for by 2 different bands, and then that was it really. Everybody else was pretty much like
this is like my era too. I was in college.
Yeah.
When 90s grunge, and it's weird. It's kind of like this weird like at work I was talking to a guy who's like 30, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, let's see what little Bobby says. I want to hear."
He says he doesn't like the 90s, so because he lived them.
Because I was there. And it was really weird. Like I have this guy that's in his 30s, and it's like he's that guy that's like when I was in you know my 30s, whatever. I would listen to a lot of like Beatles and like all my parents' music. So like now he's like in his 30s, and he's like, dude, he's like, man, you lived through the best time, man. He's like. The 90s, he was like, man, that was when sports was the best. You had the Bulls with Jordan, you had like the Cowboys. He's all, but then there was the music, and I was like, it was pretty badass, you had Nirvana. I mean, and he was asking, like, it was really weird. He was like, was Nirvana that big? And I was like, yeah. I was like, it was like, I was like telling him, I was like, yeah, I was 91. I was like in high school, and I remember we had basketball practice, and we were doing our coach would let us play music for warm up, and there was a lot of Guns N' Roses because like Guns N' Roses was pretty fucking huge in that time period as well. Yeah. And I just remember a dude goes over and he puts in a tape, and fucking Smells Like Teen Spirit came on, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, holy shit. And I just remember like we went on a basketball trip and we were driving back, and somebody put it on, and they were like, what is he saying? And someone's like, I don't know, he said something about a mosquito. And and then I just remember going to college, and when you go to college, like from high school to college, like the music world like really opened up, because I went to a really small I lived in a really small rural area.
I think it's true for college in general, though.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the college radio is always like...
Yeah, and you have people coming from all over, and they're like, well, you've never heard of the Pixies? Or you never heard of, like, fucking... who's it? Damn it. Who's the band that's playing at Blossoms and Bones? Blister in the Sun.
I know the song.
Yeah,
I just can't think of it.
God dang it. Anyway, it's stuff like that, But I just remember going, and like I remember when In Utero came out, and we I had to drive down to like Clovis and get it because there was no music stores in the town I lived in. And that
you
album,
were in Portales?
Yeah. And then I remember when the Unplugged came out, and the Unplugged was just so fucking insanely like everywhere. Yeah, like you could watch it like literally every night. It would come on MTV, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't on, like they'd have they clipped it, and like All Apologies was clipped out of it, and then I just remember when he died, it was just fucking like everywhere, and it was like everyone was like upset, and And I don't, it was so weird to me because like now looking back on it, it's kind of up there like when John Lennon got shot and like when all this shit. It's kind of up there. Like it was weird. Like people don't talk about it like that, but to me it was like fuck, that was a big deal. Where was I? I was in the dorms. Eddie Hall, third floor. When Kurt Loder like broke in, the MTV thing, and and it was nuts. It was like crazy, and then and then they went from being like one of the most famous bands of the world to just like fucking legendary. It was
it's crazy, and it's funny because so when I was in high school, Nirvana was like the cool band to like oh, I'm so cool because I like Nirvana because like my parents like Nirvana,
right,
or whatever, or like my cool uncle likes Nirvana, and I hated Nirvana because of that, because it was like so like normcore, like everybody that was like it was like when people wear like,
and it's totally not like
it's like well it's like when you see somebody wearing like a Beatles shirt or something too. You're like, did you even like the Beatles?
Well, it is now. Like there's people who think Nirvana is like a clothing brand.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, okay.
And I mean, and that's I've since come to terms to realize that that's actually doesn't matter. Even if it were, it's fine. Like I don't need to be judging people for their musical tastes. Yeah. But I actually didn't start getting into Nirvana until I watched the HBO's animated bio doc called Raised in Heck or something. I forget. A Life of Heck.
Yep.
I forget what it was called, but something like that. But it was like really eye-opening to see just how fucked up his life was.
Dude, it was fucked up. Like,
and like how he even like how they would basically, I mean, it shows that side of the music industry where they would just like prop you up on stage, high, drunk, totally fucked up, and for like even on they were showing like the Unplugged, like his face was all scarred up from the meth he was doing and shit. He was like all just messed up, but they like just caked him with makeup,
Well, and the crazy thing about the fucking Unplugged, like there's two things. Like you talk about rock and roll, right? Like he was as rock and roll as it gets, because like he was punk rock, but yet he loved all different like kinds of music, right?
Yeah.
Well, when they went to go do the Unplugged, they were so big that MTV was like, well, what's the set list going to be? And he threw out the set list, and it had some of the Nirvana songs on it. But then it had like David Bowie, it had the Vaselines, and it had the Meat Puppets. And MTV said, absolutely not. We're not letting you do this. And he went, okay, well then we'll see you later.
Yeah.
Bye. And they were like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And he's like, well, I'm out of here if you don't let me do this. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
And so then they finally had to relent, and they had to go get all the fucking releases from all those bands. And, no one had fucking heard of the Vaselines. No one had fucking really heard. Like, you kind of heard of the Meat Puppets, but you really hadn't.
And also, not that David Bowie was ever, like, not relevant, but, there's a whole young generation that doesn't really follow old music. And so I, being one of them, when I heard that song on Unplugged, I didn't even know it was a David Bowie song. I just thought it was a Nirvana song.
Well, and then they were... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just thought it was a Nirvana song. So I remember when I did hear... It's funny, I heard David Bowie playing it live. Yeah. And he even mentions, like, not a lot of people... I don't play the song very often. Maybe I don't even play the best version of it. But, I'm really grateful for all the people that love this song. So he played it, and it was like, oh, this is his song. That's crazy.
Well, in like... I'll get back to that, but like even that day he was like, well, I'm not going to go on stage. He's like, I feel sick. And they're like, what's wrong with him? And then his handler's like, well, he's sick. He needs medicine.
Oh. And
someone from MTV, I read all this in an article. Like it was like the 20-year anniversary of the Unplugged. There was a big Rolling Stone article about it, right? Yeah. So someone had to go and get medicine for him from a pharmacist somewhere on in the bad part of town. Yeah. And they had to shoot him up. Yeah, like you're right. He was like fucking he was on heroin, like apparently, or either heroin or methadone, one of the two, during the thing. Well, one of the other things about that Unplugged that a lot of people don't know is I can't remember which song it is. I tell this story all the time, and I need to go. If you listen to the Unplugged album, which I have it on vinyl, there's a song during the show. He goes, "Am I doing this by myself?" And the reason why he does that is because earlier in rehearsals, so they were not getting along, and like Kurt and Chris always got along because they grew up together. Dave was the odd man out because he had been hired on later. He was the dude that they hired later. So when they were doing rehearsals, they were practicing on a song, and Kurt was like, "You're coming in too heavy, like it's too loud." And so he switched to the brushes, and he was playing the brushes, and he's like, "You're too loud." And fucking Dave Grohl goes, "Well, how about I don't fucking play at all?"
Yeah.
And that's how they left it at rehearsal.
Oh wow.
And so whenever you hear that part of in the Unplugged, when he says, "Am I doing this by myself?" it's because he didn't know if Dave was going to play or not.
Yeah.
Because they were not happy with each other. But like the thing that blows my mind about that is like Molly's Lips. Have you heard the original version of that song?
No.
Like this is how he was so badass. Like he's like, that song is like, "Do you believe me when I tell," and it's very punk rock. And so I was like, one day I was like, "Kiss, kiss Molly's lips." He's fucking screaming it. So you go like find the band, and there's a really great version of them playing on KEXP, and they're all kiss, kiss Molly's lips, kiss, kiss, and they're like, it's a couple. It's like a man and his wife. And or a wife and her husband, one of the two, and it's very like melodic and like folky, and like almost I think they're Irish or something. And like, what in the fuck? Like he heard this song and he went, yeah, I could take that
and make it a Nirvana song.
Yes,
or whatever.
And like it blows my mind. Like I implore everyone to listen to the Vaseline.
And that's
version.
like that's kind of where
like
a big reason I sort of Youngsville more or less retired from playing like long cover sets.
Yep.
Was because I felt like we weren't doing enough with the covers. Like I feel like sometimes we'd have a cover that was pretty like Youngsville-y, Youngsvillified, but it started becoming this thing where we were playing these songs and it started feeling like I wasn't adding to it or making it my own or making it better or whatever. It wasn't challenging me. I was like, because you got to fill 4 hours. So I'm like, oh, what are the easiest 3-chord songs I can play?
Right.
And they're like not songs that I necessarily even like. It's just songs that are easy to learn. And then the songs that everybody plays because everybody finds them easy to learn. Like everybody plays Wicked Game at every single cover show because it's like a 3-chord song that's relatively easy to sort of do.
Yeah.
I mean, and most people don't even do the falsetto, which is always makes me angry.
Can you sing in falsetto?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I sang the Wicked Game in falsetto several times, but it's funny because
I don't even know if I've ever seen you do Wicked Game.
Yeah, I think you never really saw me at those long format shows because it's just not your hangs. Because I'd be like at Savoy or.
Oh, some rich people bullshit.
Some long,
rich people.
Well, it's funny because I reflect upon it. So we spend months learning covers, and then we go play Savoy, and they pay us $200 for 4 hours or whatever. That's the whole.
And they want covers.
Yeah,
that's what they want. They want the people to be like. Oh, how nice.
Yeah, or
I love David Bowie.
Yeah, and that's kind of so when the covers finally broke me is I was playing with my Texas version of the band, and we did a little mini Texas tour, and we were in Fort Worth, and we played a bar out there, and I was like, the tour was like no covers, we're not gonna play covers at all, we're just gonna play our songs.
Yeah,
and then we were playing the show, and the bar, it was hot, man, everybody was having a good time. I was like, let's throw them a bone, let's play Wicked Game. And then at the end of the night, all I hear is, man, that band was so good. They played Wicked Game. That was the only thing they remembered.
Like, fuck.
It's like, and that's the thing is that you start realizing that the for me at least, I mean, this is very my opinion for my playing.
Yeah.
There are plenty of bands that are great cover bands that do really good job. I just feel like I wasn't doing a good job for the audience and myself, so that's why I stopped. But at the end of the day, it's like I started feeling like there's a sort of false applause because even if I played the cover sort of mediocre,
they'd be happy.
They'd be happy no matter what
because they heard it. They were like, "Oh hell yeah,
yeah, I know that Johnny Cash song." And it's
did a Johnny Cash. I'm trying to look up the calendar for El Rey because there was there was something relevant to this that happened Monday night. I ended up at a show on Monday night. Let's see, El Rey. It was an emo show.
While you have the camera on me, I'm just going to say thanks, Jeremy at Tractor, for hooking me up.
You son of a bitch!
Not a sponsor. Not
No.
a sponsor. Hashtag.
Emo. What was it?
The sponsor is Topo Chico Seltzer.
Yeah.
Seltzer.
You're trying to stomp all over. Okay, so Monday night, I wasn't gonna go out. Like I was fucking exhausted. First of all, Thomas G. Studer, hipster Thomas G. Studer says, if you were cool, you knew the Meat Puppets. What's up, ladies? Well, what's up, Thomas Studer? I love Thomas.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
But I ended up.
I bought a guitar from him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
He is a great musician. I love
Very
watching.
good.
I used to.
I actually
love
need to
watching
book him because I need to fill up some.
Is he playing out?
He's played at the shop a couple times.
I didn't even know he was in town. I thought he lived like up in the fucking northern New Mexico somewhere.
I think he has Airbnb. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to speak for him, but I think he Airbnbs it now.
Oh, okay.
And
He just
I
rolls
think he's
down.
in town. But I mean, he did play the shop not that long ago.
I wish I knew that.
Yeah.
You mean the shop like
Tiny Grocer,
in Nob Hill? Oh,
Tiny Grocer ABQ.
oh, gotcha.
where I work and book music.
So Monday, I was in El Paso last weekend for El Paso Comic Con, and then
Yeah, I saw you went to Chico's Tacos.
I did. Do you like Chico's Tacos?
Yes.
I have a great story about it. But,
Okay. I'll just say yes, not to piss off everybody in El Paso. It's good.
you don't like it?
Well,
my story might play into this.
So the only thing about it is like, I guess it's not that I don't like it. I just didn't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Like it just
Right.
It's like these are
tacos.
Yeah, it's
taquitos.
they're taquitos that are literally drowning in chili, like they're just
in
underwater.
I wouldn't call it chili. I would call it like a
enchilada sauce.
Enchilada sauce.
Yeah.
There you go.
And they're good. They're
Yeah.
just like everybody says they have the best tacos.
They're not tacos.
And they're not tacos.
Yeah.
And it's fine. They
Yeah.
are good. They're just
It's weird.
I feel
Yeah.
like they almost need a different name.
Chico's Taquitos.
But but it's also good. Like it's I understand that it's kind of like,
Oh, and he lives in Abiquiu. So yeah, I love
Abiquiu,
Abiquiu though, by the way.
Yeah, my mom's always up in Abiquiu because
Yo mama was happy.
She's a painter.
Tell her
so
Happy
it was-
Mother's Day. on
Happy
Sunday.
Mother's Day. I'm taking both my moms
Yeah.
and my grandma out tomorrow.
So we get to the Comic-Con Friday, right?
Yeah.
We get I'm just going in on Friday to get my credentials and shit. I don't really, I don't go around and look at all the stuff anymore. I've seen it all.
You've seen everything.
Yeah, when you walk around, I mean, the vendor stuff. You see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I've seen a different way people draw Superman. But anyway, but hey, if you've never been, go. But my friend, she flew into Albuquerque, rented a car, and she drove down. She lives in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to like hang out and with us.
Yes.
So I'm meeting up with her, and like we're in the convention center in El Paso because Friday was like free day.
Yeah.
I also get into that a little bit too because that's a whole ridiculousness too. But anyway, so I'm telling her, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go get our credentials, and then we're gonna go to Chico's Tacos, and like I see this guy like go like this, and he has like a big cowboy hat on, and all of a sudden he comes over, he goes, excuse me, he's all, I didn't mean to butt in, but he goes, make sure you go to the one on Alameda because the other one's not any good anymore. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, the Chico's Tacos? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, and I'll never forget this the rest of my life, in front of my friend Sarah, who, and he goes, the one on Alameda still uses government cheese. And I go, okay. So we get in the car, and she's like, can you drive my rental car? I'm like, cool. So I'm driving us there. She goes, I don't know. I don't understand. And I was like, what? She goes, what is government cheese? And immediately I look at Smiley, and I look at her, and I go, tell me you grew up not poor without telling me you didn't grow up poor. And she goes, oh, okay. She goes, I did not grow up poor.
Yeah. I
mean, and so we had to explain
not government cheese poor, at least.
Yeah, and we had to explain to her what government cheese was, and she was like, oh, so she's like, is it cheese? I was like, I couldn't tell you. Probably not.
It's very shelf stable.
Yeah, it's very shelf stable. There's a lot of fillers.
So what's with all the Marlboro branding these days?
Oh, I don't know. So the reason why I like it's weird. Like I liked it, and then all of a sudden it took off. Not because I made it take off.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I kind of feel like things happen, like all the same time. So I like it because I'm a big race fan. I'm a race car fan.
Okay.
And my favorite race car driver was Ayrton Senna from the 90s. And his McLaren had the Marlboro,
On the front.
So that's why I did this. That's literally why I did this.
Nice.
And then all of a sudden, like, I just start seeing it like everywhere, and I'm like, and then like I went to a place today, like, so somebody sent me a video, and they were like, you like vintage clothing? There's this vintage clothing store in Albuquerque that is for men specifically.
Okay.
And I was like, what? That's fucking rare.
Right.
And I went over there, and like they had this hat in there, and this was they made these, and I was like, oh, I love that, and I want it because this is Albuquerque, and I think it's cool as shit. And it's called oh gosh, it has an interesting name. I gotta pull it up now because I don't know the name. It's like Willard and Bird is the name of the place.
Where's it at?
It is in Edo.
Oh, okay.
I think that was the name of it. Willard and Bird. Yeah. And the guy has legit ass vintage shit. And it's funny that I mention this. So I want people to realize he did not hand me any money today to mention that on this podcast. Because there's been this big like thing talking about influencers recently.
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever someone sent me the thing, it was like some ABQ, like ABQ, blah, blah, blah. We're ABQ and we're showing you all the best things about Albuquerque. Well, let me explain to you. You know what I'm talking about? Like on Instagram, these groups that are like, hey guys, have you seen this place? And like, look at this and look at this. And they had this and they had this. Let me explain to you guys what happens there. Because he explained it to me today. He goes, hey, how did you find out about this place? And I was like, a friend of mine sent me a video of your place. And he goes, was it the one where the guy's out front? And he's like, I was like, yeah. And he goes, yeah. He's like, interesting. And I was like, well, how did that happen? And he goes, well, they came in and asked us if we would like for them to do that. And then they quoted us a figure on how much we would have to pay for them to do that. So when you're watching those things and you think those people are just really nice and they're just showing you Albuquerque, those people are getting money. And I get that. I get that that's a thing. But they try to act like it's not a thing. And that's what's happening. They're getting paid. And he was like, I didn't even pay him. I said no. And then 2 weeks later, they showed back up. And I guess there was some wires crossed and they just filmed it anyway. He's like, I didn't pay them. And I hope they're not expecting money. And so just so you know, like these people that these influencers, they're asking for money before they film this. They don't hang out there. They don't actually shop there. They're just showing up. This is like the new Yelp where they're asking people to pay them so they can throw that content and pin it at the top. I just want people to know that. But I actually went there and I actually bought stuff. He paid me no money. I paid him money. And very cool shop.
Do they have big guy stuff?
Yeah.
Cool. That's always my issue.
Yep.
Every time I go to a vintage shop, is just like, I'm 6'3" and
very legitimate
pounds.
vintage store. But it is, and like I walk in and he's talking to me and he goes, are you aware of the difference between a thrift shop and a vintage shop? And I said yes. And he goes, okay, so you're not going to be shocked by the prices. Right. I said no. There are a couple of items that I couldn't justify myself purchasing, but I wanted really badly.
Yeah.
He had a original 1981 Flying Burrito Brothers concert t-shirt.
Nice.
I was like, motherfucker. And then he had two. One was two different versions of it. I think one was from 83. It was the Willie Nelson Picnic show that they used to do, and it had like David Allen Coe and like it had all these people's names on it.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, like for example, I asked him, I said, Flying Burrito Brothers, how much do you want for that shirt? And he goes, 200. I was like, fuck. But he goes, I can't find another one like it online. The guy said he bought it at the concert, wore it once, and he had it in his attic. And I was like, God, it was in pristine shape. I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah. It's tough. And it's like, that's the thing about vintage stuff. It's tough to justify sometimes.
Yeah.
But it is, at the end of the day, kind of an old shirt.
He had an oath. he had a 2003, and it was an amazing shirt. It was a little ragged. Rage Against the Machine shirt.
Yeah.
And it was like $75, and I was like, oh man, I really want it though. I was like, fuck. All right, I can't get it. But he has lots. It's mostly Western wear.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it's like vintage. And then literally, I'm on Facebook today, and my friend's like, she does movies and TV. She goes, does anybody know where I can find 1960s like rodeo clothing? And I immediately messaged her. I was like, you need to go to this place. And they had so many pairs of boots.
Yeah,
so many old pairs of boots.
Size 13s.
I mean, he had a lot, man.
Yeah,
he had a lot of stuff. I was like not a lot of stuff, but a lot of boots.
That's cool. Yeah, check it out. I'd love to check it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth just going in there to check shit out. I bought some patches in there, and he was really cheap on the patches. You know what was expensive on patches is Stu. Have you been to Stu's shop?
I've driven by it a lot because I have to drive by it to go to rehearsal.
When you drive by and you're like, did someone dump a bunch of trash in that in that storefront?
Yeah, that's kind of what I. It was funny because I didn't realize it was even Stu's shop.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is there all this trash out on the front of this shop?
Yeah.
And then I see him in there all tinkering around. I was like, oh, shit, freaking Stu's doing that.
Thomas G. Studer says Parsons died in 1973. I agree. And I said it. I said, oh, that shirt says 81. That's after Parsons died. And the guy goes, yeah, but still, it's a Flying Burrito Brothers shirt. I still would want it.
Yeah.
If you can, Tom, if you can find me a Flying Burrito Brothers shirt from the 70s. I don't think they even made concert shirts at that time, but I would definitely
Why wouldn't they?
They didn't. It was a thing. I can't remember. Someone was explaining to me when concert T-shirts became a thing, because you got to realize everything hasn't always existed. It started one day, and I don't. That'd be a good thing. A good trivia question. Who was the first band to have a concert T-shirt? You know,
right?
It wasn't always a thing. I mean,
damn! I just ordered a bunch of shirts for Youngsville.
Really?
And they were like 2 different designs.
Mm-hmm.
Great artists.
Right.
My friend V, who I used to work with at Tiny Grocer, they did a really awesome like church, like a northern New Mexico church. And there's a water in front of it, and it says Youngsville in the ripple.
Oh, that's cool.
And then another new friend, their name is River, and they did I don't know if you saw our masks ever, like with those photos we did with our donkey masks.
Yeah.
And that was for our release for Last Breath, but I really liked the donkey masks, and I liked the way they looked, and I want to play them for shows, but my band fights me on it. But anyway, they made a design for a sticker with those donkey masks, and then also a T-shirt design for it too. So I'm ordering from Shirt Pop, and it's the prices are good prices, but it's just like oh man. So if anybody ever wants to know why your shirts at the concert are $30, because I'm buying the shirts for $25.
Are you really?
They're like, I'm they're between. I don't want. I guess I feel bad giving a quote that they gave me because it changes. Yeah. But I mean, right now, if you want a decent quality shirt, I don't want to get shirts that suck. I don't want to get like the Fruit of the Loom box.
Yeah, because they stretch out and they're shit if you wear them like twice.
Yeah, and then also like. I think people are past that idea of like going. If people will buy a shirt, even if they don't like the band, if the shirt looks nice,
right?
And that's like not the goal. But obviously, I want somebody to like wear a shirt that they feel comfortable in. Because I don't wear shirts that I've bought band shirts that I like the design, but the shirt itself wasn't comfortable, so I very rarely wear it. Mm-hmm. And so I just want
or it's stretched out like right away,
or it shrinks up. That one that the ones that shrink upwards
right away.
So I just try to like buy the shirts at a little better quality, just because I want people that buy my shirts to enjoy the shirt. Right. So they're a little more. I mean, I could probably buy. Well, I went for like the dirt cheap, like actual shirt in like one color.
Yeah.
I could probably squeeze it out for like $12 a shirt.
Well, and then there's also the like, give it away free tax a little bit. We're gonna give some of these away for free. It just happens. I mean,
you get them to your girlfriend, your mom.
Yeah. So you gotta factor that in. You're gonna lose money on it.
And that's being in a band, and especially at my level, it's like there's no gain.
Well,
you're always at a loss.
And people are like, podcasts used to like sell shirts and shit online, and like being used to do it. And people are like, why can't I get shirts from you? And I'm like, you can. You go on our fucking website, 10drinkminimum.com. I don't promote this enough. We have a whole fucking, like, you click on it. We have a shop, and you can buy our fucking, I've designed them.
Yeah.
You can buy them, and they're there. They're there. Buy a fucking t-shirt, 10drinkminimum.com. And, like, they ship it to you. I just don't have to, like, have a box sitting over there.
Did you do the Amazon thing where like it's like on demand printing?
Yeah, it's on Amazon. It's what is the site? I don't know. It's the one that it's a big one. It's
because the Talking Hours, I know that they were the ones that turned me on to like
Yeah.
the on demand shirts that you just go. I don't know if they use Amazon, but there's some site that,
there.
like,
It's an
you can-
on-demand
you
one.
can order it and
Yeah.
they just shoot it to
Yeah.
the person.
And I've had people like order shirts like that way. Here's the thing: like you can order the shirt. Like we get a little bit of money from it. We don't get a lot, but we also don't have to do the shipping and all that shit. But I design them. You order the fucking thing. There's one that's got me and Brody on it, where I'm like killing a bunch of fucking zombies. Like it was drawn and like. There's a picture of it here somewhere. Anyway, the guy who designed it, I was like, "Can I make a shirt out of this?" He goes, "Yeah, that'd be badass."
Oh, it's
And-
this one here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's over there. It's like that one's a shirt.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, but yeah, go on 10drinkminimum.com and buy a shirt. Let's see if anything happens with this. But I hated like having a fuckload laying around, smalls and like or you'd never have the damn size, and so you'd order those, and then no one would ever want those. You'd always have extra. I hate that shit.
Yeah. I mean, I am going through a local company, Shirt Pop, and so I'm trying.
That's cool.
And that's like,
But you're gonna sell them locally. You're gonna you guys.
I go out. I actively go out to sell them.
Yeah.
So it's a little different from a podcast. You're not like out there pimping your shirts.
No.
And but also and honestly, I don't really mind having the shirts for a while.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny because this week we just realized that we were like really low on merch. And because the last time we bought a lot of merch was for album release 2 years ago.
Right.
So then we're like, oh, it's been 2 years. I guess we're actually out of merch finally. Because we don't play a ton. We play 10 shows a year.
Yeah, you guys have really scaled it down, which may be good.
I think it's good for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody that wants to see us,
Right.
and also us as people, because it's just I love to play, but kind of like what I was saying with this show, like I want to have a reason to play. Like,
Right.
I'm not in a spot where I like, oh, it's Tuesday, I'm gonna go play at Launchpad Tuesday night,
Right.
because it's Tuesday, and that's
Well,
it.
life happens, man.
Yeah, and I have 2 kids, but it's even so, like, I mean, I'm not using that as an excuse, because when Cash was born was when I was playing the most shows of my life. You know what I mean? I was playing all the fucking time.
But okay.
But it's just like, I think for me, just for myself as an artist, shows are great and they're fun, but like, and we just talked about this, it's always a loss. I'm not making money playing anything.
No.
I spend so many more hours promoting
Yeah.
and work that's essentially free advertising for the venue and the band.
It's a second job.
Yeah, it's a side hustle, and it's fun, and I enjoy it, and I love it. It's my art, and that's kind of what I'm treating it as. Like, it's like, this is now my art. It's not my job.
You have to at this point, right?
Yeah, because it's like, when I was treating it like a job, it was really exhausting in a way that made it not rewarding.
Right.
And I was like, I hate playing music, and now I like, if I'm playing a show, it's like I really want to hype it because like it's really special. It's a 90s grunge show, or we're playing at Long Hair Records for the first time, and from this band from Japan, or it's like we're trying to find reasons to make it really fun for
Right.
us, because at the end of the day, life is fleeting. Art is so, it's like nobody, it's so subjective, and nobody likes music or doesn't like any music. Everybody likes and doesn't like all kinds of music, and for me to keep going, I need to make my art and not
Right.
just this commercial package I'm making. Like, even the shirts, they're designs I feel very passionate about. I'm really excited these artists work on them, and and it's like, and now our music's becoming more political. We're thinking more about like what we're writing and why we're writing.
Why
it.
is the world? Is there something going on in the world that's bad?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
And that's why. And that's
I'm kidding.
yeah. No, I know you. I know. It just nowadays. It just, everybody is so scared and so. It sucks a lot, and I can't go up there and write a love song right now. Be like just some
Right.
fucking drinking song like I used to do. I used to just write love songs and drinking songs and
Right.
songs that I thought would go well at a brewery. And at the time that was really valuable to me. But now it's like, if I'm gonna make music, I need to like need to have a real reason to exist. Even if nobody likes it, I need it to exist. Like, it's just I need to like it at the end of the day. I mean, there's like songs that I wrote that we used to play that were even popular, but I don't play them anymore because I'm like, they're problematic thematically.
Sure.
They're tone deaf. There's a lot of entitlement in some of these songs that I didn't even understand until something shifted in politically and culturally, and now I realize, although I'm not a white guy, I present as a white guy.
Yeah.
You know, if you saw me on the street, you probably wouldn't be like, that guy is Hispanic or whatever. You know, like I'm the token white guy in my family. I always joke about that because everybody, my siblings and my parents are both pretty dark, and you know.
I mean, by your name, I would kind of.
Well, see. I remember I played a show in Texas, and Cody, my bass player, he's Native American, and he presents very Native American. And and we go to the show, and this lady's all, "You look like you should be Carlos," and points at Cody, and she points at me, and "You should be Cody," and I was
you're like, and you should be not racist.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ, and so
he was there too. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he was there, and he wasn't white either. What?
F to the A.
But it's just wild how now though, like, because my band, Youngsville's a band of 4 guys.
Yeah,
you know, we're 4 dudes, and 3 of us are white presenting, and
you don't seem white. I mean, I guess Hispanic is white presenting, but yeah.
I have green eyes and, you know, light skin,
sure,
light brown hair, and
I mean, originally Spain was fucking very white, so
yes, but I mean, even if you look at like my stupid ancestry.com, it's like still like majority of it is still Native American, you know. So I got the M&Ms stacked up in my jeans to look a little less that way, and I benefited from it in a lot of ways I'd never even understood, you know. So that's kind of why our songs are becoming more political, because I'm like, I have this platform. Yes, we're not the most popular band in the world, but I still am going to go on stage and people are going to listen to me. So I should say something that feels correct and real, you know.
Do you guys have stuff on
SoundCloud?
Yeah,
there's a couple songs there. The new stuff, I don't know if I put the new songs on SoundCloud.
Is this you guys?
That's us, yeah.
All right.
But any of the new songs,
cool.
I think the new songs are on our website though. If you go to,
well, I don't want to play any. I want to try to keep YouTube from pulling it out.
Oh yeah,
For some reason, if it's on SoundCloud, I don't know.
If you go to the website, it's off of Bandcamp, so
that'll get pulled. Then.
It'll get pulled still. Okay,
that Bandcamp's the one that pulls them. That's why I tell people CD Baby and Bandcamp.
And that's what I mainly use.
Yep. I mean, I can tell you why, and it's.
I know.
So there was this. So I we'll take a break because we I feel like we have a lot of steam.
Yeah, we can keep
going. And are you in a hurry to get anywhere?
I have no plans.
Cool. So I watch these YouTube videos. Like I'm going down this rabbit hole of YouTube videos, right? Where it's like every level of blank, and it's like every level of being in the Army, every level of being a member of the CIA, every level, and it's like animated, right? And one of them that I watched the other day was every level of being a music artist, and it was very interesting. And it was like level 1. It was like you have an old laptop that if you have too many tabs open, it freezes up, and you have soundproofing in your closet. You record songs, but only you listen to it and the 11 followers you have on a website, and most of them are related to you or friends, and they tell you that they listen, but they don't. And then like it just keeps going, right? And like at a certain level, it's like
I feel like I'm still at first level, by the way.
Right. Well, like it gets to a certain level, and it's like once it talks about how you have to like pay and like get into the machine, and then like once you're in the machine, they start. It's basically like when the art starts leaving you, because they start telling you like your songs were fine, but now they need to be like this. And they need to be more generalized, and they need to be more mainstream. But it's very interesting because it's really interesting. What I'll do is I'll watch those videos and I'll go down to the comments, and you're like, and people will be like, I am like in the military and I feel this so hard. And so when I watch the music one, I was like, man, I wonder if that's right, because it's weird, because I could relate to everything up until like they made it, and then it's like showing how like detached, and it goes all the way till like it's crazy. It goes all the way after the person's dead.
Oh,
and it goes into like
I'll have to look it up today.
It goes into like how now their kids are like. How do I say this? Like how the kids are directing their art and letting it being used in different facets. Right. And I was like, whoa. And like, you know, and they're like an artist samples the music. He's never actually heard the original song, but he's heard a sample from social media. So he takes it and he like turns it into a whole different song. And then there's a new revenue stream. And I was like, you know, I had never even thought of all that, and
that's
like
crazy. And a lot of that stuff is so gate kept to stuff like pre 2000s. You know, like it's rare that even is like existent now with modern music. Yeah, because a lot of modern musicians are taking all the samples and basically writing songs, interpolations, and all that. Right. And it's interesting how like it's super gate kept. Like it's not. Yeah, I mean,
but it's kind of nuts because you're like. You're dead, but like, you know,
your estate's still making money, or
they're still, they're still, you know, and they're like a song that you wrote when you were like in your closet, you know, is now being sampled, and it's like, wow, that's kind of nuts. But like to go into what you were saying earlier about your music has changed because you know the time change. I feel like that's just how like if you're a real artist, then that's how it should be. Like I was with our friend Billy, you know, the other day, and like we were at a show, and like it was a punk show. Yeah. Well, you're starting to see a lot more punk shows, right? Yeah. And Billy's like, "Man, there's a lot of punk shows happening right now," and I go, "Yeah, because people are fucking mad." And what's the music when you're fucking mad? Punk rock music. Yeah. There's like folk and there's like punk. And it's weird because like folk is like, you know, folk is like the one that's like telling you, hey, you're not mad. You need to be mad. And then punk is like, I'm mad. You're fucking mad. Fuck them. Smash shit up. You know. And it's like, yeah. But that's where if you know, everybody's like looks back at like the '60s and they go, well, why were Dylan and them doing these? Because shit was fucked up. Right. And it's fucked up again.
And that's like all I feel like if I'm going to keep making music, I have to kind of think about that. Like, what am I trying to convey? Who am I supporting? I don't want to be like vague. I don't want to be the Sydney Sweeney of like, I wear this jeans because I don't know why. It's like this song is just whatever you want this song to mean.
Nope. And that was like part of that video where they were like all of a sudden they're picking apart the song you wrote and they're making it more vanilla. Edgy but vanilla. Yeah. And it's like, no, edgy fucking edgy, No,
it's like, and that's where exactly where I'm feeling about my art in general too. It's like there's no point in playing it safe or trying to hide anything anymore because it doesn't matter. No. Even if, like I said, like I don't care if people think my music sucks. I mean, obviously like, it'll hurt my feelings, but like it's not gonna make me not want to make it. Okay.
No matter what you do, someone thinks you suck.
And that's kind of actually a really funny thing about Youngsville and like, the legacy of the band that we've had it. I feel like what we struggled to have when we started and have, and up until I moved back to Albuquerque is that we didn't really have a ton of haters because we were kind of like always aiming for center. Yeah. And I feel like that's pretty embarrassing. I feel embarrassed that we're always trying to aim for center. And it's like, we had a lot of people that were like, yeah, they're pretty good. And that was kind of it.
They're good enough.
Nobody was like, they're amazing. I love them. My favorite band. Right. And nobody's like, fuck Youngsville. I fucking hate them. It was just like, oh, they're pretty good. That was like Youngsville's mantra. Was like, yeah, they're good. They're pretty good.
All right. That's I've always thought but I mean, I've always been a fan, but like, I get that. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Obviously there's more nuance. It's a very generic and general.
You never wanted to piss anyone off.
Yeah, exactly. And I wanted to be generally appealing.
But in the process of that, you never like fucking, someone was like, "Fuck yeah, those guys." Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I felt. I mean,
Yeah.
who knows if it was true or not? It's just how I felt about it.
See, me, I always pissed a lot of people.
Well, that's kind of what I was trying to. I've tried to like tell the band lately. It's like, hey, it's probably. I mean, I would like to actually probably have people that really don't like us because, that means that you're doing something.
Right. Well, that's the other thing. Yeah, that is correct. Like someone told me, they're like, I have trouble with like, criticism. And I said to them, I said, "Oh, you have critics?" And they went, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, then you're doing good.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't have critics, then you're not doing good."
And that's kind of always where it's been. It's like,
Yeah.
and I would like to. I'm not like itching for somebody to fucking say they hate us, but I guess I'm just not as afraid of it as I used to be.
Yeah, you're okay. You're not burdened by
trying to be liked by everybody,
right? And that's a thing. That's an evolution.
Yeah.
That's an evolution as an artist. And I'm not saying like there's another flip of that where there's the person that like comes out of the gate and they're like, "Fuck everyone. I don't give a fuck if you don't like it." La la. And that's great, but it also can be off-putting. Like
it's also a little dishonest.
Yeah.
Because like I think it's if anybody comes out of the gate like that, it's because they really do care. They're just trying to convince themselves they don't.
Fucking cut louder. No, like
and it's fine. And everybody has their own journey, and I'm not judging anybody that feels like they want to aim for center or that they want to say fuck everybody.
Yeah.
And it's fine because they're on that journey
Right.
themselves. I'm just not on that page anymore.
Yeah.
And it's okay. And
Well, let's take a break here.
All right.
We're at an hour. We've done an hour because
Sweet.
you talk way too much.
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I'm surprised, man. You fucking don't even say a word.
So when's the show?
It is on
May 16th.
May 16th.
Tractor Brewing Wells Park.
Tractor Brewing Wells Park. And we have a lot of really cool bands coming that are going to be doing it. It's going to be Talking Hours, Simo and the Lovers, Youngsville, The Shame Babies, and The Solid State.
Nice. Little Bobby said, I did not like it at all when Youngsville did so many covers. I just never told you.
Good. Yeah, it was a weird time, but I think that it was just like I said, doing the cover stuff for me was aiming for center, and I'm tired of that.
That's fair. I mean, it's one of those things where you're just like, just play your art, dude. Just be a fucking artist.
Yeah.
Don't.
And the thing is that some people's art just happens to be center too, so
Yeah.
it's like not a big deal either. Like if you aim for center just because that's what you do, that's all right.
Yeah.
I think that I can definitely just do some stuff that is just what I feel like and not worry about like a genre or an audience as much. And it seems like it's fine. And I'm really, the people that are coming to the shows nowadays, I'm really appreciative of, and like they're very diverse, and like it's really cool to play these shows for. I feel like every time we play a show, it's relatively packed, and it's people that feel like new people.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool. I really
And
feel
that's
very lucky in that
good.
sense.
Yeah. You always want to bring in new people.
Yeah.
May
18th?
No.
16th.
No, I'm talking
talking
about. This is my
Oh.
stuff, man.
Oh, you're promoting now.
Yeah, I'm
yourself.
promoting.
May 16th.
May 26th. Yours is May 16th.
Yeah, I know.
Mine is May 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. 10 Drink Minimum will be in Houston. We'll be up in it. That sounded gross. But it could be. It could be. So we are doing Comic Palooza. This is my third time. I was supposed to be 4, but I had my gallbladder removed the day before one time. But we will be back. We are headlining Friday night, the 22nd. What is that? Yes. May 22nd, 8:45, Comic Palooza.
Where's it at?
Houston, Texas.
Oh.
At the big convention center. I don't remember the name of the convention. Wherever the fuck Comic Palooza is. If you have a Google machine, use it. 8:45 at night on Friday. We're fucking doing 20 years of 10 Drink Minimum. We're going to talk about 20 years
Wait,
of
you've been doing this
podcasting.
for 20 years?
Fuck yes, I have.
What?
20 fucking years.
That
my
seems
friend.
impossible somehow.
Right? Because I'm so young.
Yeah.
20 fucking years we're going to be doing this. In your
He
face.
started when he was 5 years old.
In your face, El Paso. Or sorry, Houston, not El Paso.
Jesus.
El Paso. See? I'm
Beyonce's gonna slap you.
I'm all. Is Beyonce from Houston?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I love that city, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Huge fan of Houston, Texas.
It is a huge city. Oh, I moved.
How dare you? Hey, we're not there yet. Stop producing. Stop producing. Backseat producing. Hey. But we'll be there, and then I got roped into like on that Saturday. Hey, if you're a podcaster and you live in the Houston area and you want to learn, if you're into podcasting, hey, if you want to learn how to do podcasting, we're doing a podcast 101 panel, which I'm moderating with Ming Chen on it. If you've ever heard of that scumball, what a scumball that guy is. Stop. We'll be there. And I'm excited. Houston is my favorite city in Texas now. I'm a big fan.
Until the next one you visit.
No. That's my favorite one.
Interesting.
I like El Paso a lot, though. I do like it a lot. But
Paso's
Houston,
pretty cool.
Houston fucking rules. Uh-oh. What is... Well, little Bobby says, hey, Carlos, remember we played Houston and then El Paso the next night? Such a long drive.
It was...
Did you guys really do that?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, I was going to call little Bobby a liar, but I guess I can't.
No, and that was where I met Ryan, actually. Ryan was playing with Shoulder Voices, and I stole him.
I
didn't actually steal him. It didn't really play out that way.
Eesh.
But it
I
was
feel
just,
awkward being here.
No, Ryan and I stayed up all night driving. We were the night crew.
And he's all, you ever thought about leaving that guy? He's so abusive.
Yeah.
He's so...
Well, it's funny because
his Star Trek love is crazy.
I wasn't even in Youngsville. I was in Yeah Boom. I wasn't even playing Youngsville yet.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah, neither. I had not even played a solo show yet.
What if we started our own band?
What if we did our own thing?
And wrote a podcast
we're the
theme
ones
song?
driving anyway.
Tell him, Brody. We're going to take a break and reset in the bathroom with some peeing.
Yeah.
And we'll be back with a little bit more. Tell him, Brody. Tell him. Tell
more
him.
Brody barks.
Tell him. With that, we are 10 drink minimum.
You are 10 drink minimum.
I'm put my sunglasses back on. It's fucking too bright in here, man. I feel like I'm hungover, but I'm not. I just have a headache, man. It's like fucking.
Your son hungover.
It's I think you're right. It's like the temperature change or some shit. You know.
My daughter was like so grouchy.
She's all, fuck this place.
Yeah.
Does she talk like that?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh,
it's crazy.
I don't think kids should talk like that.
You know, if she's
your
her
kids,
own person, let her do what she wants.
If you're kids and you're watching this, you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Yeah, she does drop some F-bombs once in a while, but we usually.
How old's your kid? She's all 4.
4 years old.
4 years old, and she says fuck.
She's incredibly smart and says a lot of words.
You're out at the, what is the store now? Not Kmart, like Walmart. Your kid says fuck, and people look at you and you go, well, she's real smart.
Yeah,
she's a smarty.
Yeah. No, it's she's really smart. Like people don't actually. They usually think she's like 6 or 7 because her vocabulary is.
She talks she swears like a 6 or 7 year old.
Yeah, well, I mean, if she was here, like she could just have a conversation with you. Like it's wild, a 4-year-old can do that.
Yeah.
And because like Cash and I, we both have autism, and his manifested where like he's just more quiet. Where I think my anxiety mixed with my autism made me way too talkative, and.
I think I took my phone in and left it.
Oh, well, I guess you don't need it.
Yeah, well, I don't.
I'll look at my phone twice for you.
Okay.
Anyway, it's it's wild how I think also her having an older brother does help her a lot too. Because when I was a good friend of mine, he actually was the drummer in Texas, Sean Vaggart. He was his son Miles is my son's age, but Miles had a brother who was 6 years older than him, and Miles' vocabulary was incredible. When he was like 3 when I met him.
And not to mention the things that his older brother taught him, that he's like, well, you know about these Playboy magazines.
Yeah. I don't even know. Do they still make magazines?
They do still make magazines. I have a magazine subscription actually.
Oh, to Playboy?
No. They don't have one, no.
No, that's what I was asking.
Oh, I don't think
Magazines.
they do now. I don't know. That's a good question. No, I have a subscription to a motorsport magazine that's like very like 70s style.
Yeah.
Because I love aesthetic things. Like I'm really big on like aesthetic art forms, right?
Yeah.
And it's weird to me Do you know where you see Playboys now?
At vintage shops.
There's that. But if you go to someone's house, they'll have them out. Right? It's no longer a thing that people would have like hidden in their like closet. So like I know at least 2 different people that if you go to their house, they have Playboys out. Mm-hmm. Never a guy.
Interesting.
It's both people I know, and maybe I'm wrong on this, are women. But like,
is Simo one?
No,
I feel like she would have Playboys.
No,
out.
it's my friend Kendra and my friend Stephanie, right?
Yeah.
Now, if this happens and you go to someone's house, I was at one of them's house and I brought it up, so then everyone had to grab one and they had to look at it, and I said, look, the reason why I would look through these isn't for the naked pictures. And everybody goes, oh sure, and I go, no. The ads are amazing. The ads, not the fucking articles. Everybody's like, I don't give a shit about the articles. The advertising in old Playboys, especially 70s and 80s, fucking amazing. And like, so everyone grabbed one, right? I was at a party and like, it was weird. It was a really cool party. It was a brunch vinyl gathering.
Oh, that's cool.
Where someone did a brunch thing and they had like a bunch of like finger foods.
Yeah.
And you brought a vinyl record. Then we all like chilled and listened to it.
Yeah.
Amazing idea. Love it. And so they had Playboy, a stack of Playboys, and someone brought a thing. And I said, you know what's great about these? I said, the ads. And everybody laughed. I said, no, grab one. And they pulled them open and like, you know, even an ad for like Tag Heuer watch or whatever are just fucking insanely cool. Like they look cool as shit. You know, they look amazing, like cigarette ads. Like if you look at them, they like but you have to think though. That was what they had to spill all their money into in those days to get the word out. That was it. It was like commercials on TV, ads in magazines, billboards.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, it's there is an interesting thing about like,
and that was the craziest
old ads and stuff like that, and there is a really cool aesthetic too, because you know there's this whole idea of everything was in camera, you know, because there wasn't really, and that there was like anything that was kind of like Photoshop was essentially literally being cut like out of like a collage. You know, somebody used like an X-Acto knife, and collaged the watch on top of the photo or whatever, you know. And it's actually one of the very first like kind of pseudo Photoshop, obviously it's not Photoshop, but was Abraham Lincoln's famous portrait.
I didn't know this.
His head was replaced because they didn't have a good photo of him in a suit, and so they actually replaced. They had a good picture of him sitting down, and some political advisor was like, "Hey, a president should be sitting down in his portrait. He looks weak or
looks
whatever.
weak. He doesn't look powerful." And
so they had a photo of a guy who had a similar stature to Abraham Lincoln, and then they literally just like cut his head off.
No shit, I did not know this.
And that was like one of the very first like sort of like photo edits.
But I mean, look at this. This is how cool that is. How cool that ad is.
And that's what's cool about it is that, like, you know, you go to the beach,
you
get some young, attractive people, put them in a van, and you take some pictures,
right?
And that's basically it,
right?
And then they had those little other shots though, because you know they stayed all day. They probably got all trashed and just partied in the butt.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know,
and they have all those night shots like, hey, let's keep going, guys.
But like, you know, like Colt 45, like, but I mean, you flip through and like you realize it. Like at the time when I was a kid, I would like skip the ads, and like now I flip through and I'm just kind of like, oh wow, look how cool that is, you know? Because
like, and ads now are in a odd spot because everybody's, you know, social media is the only place anybody advertises anymore, really.
Right.
And it's just a new thing. I mean, even like everything is like a short form video.
It's all video. So that here's what I was thinking about the other day, and maybe you can agree or disagree. So Instagram has, you know, like if you post a picture on Instagram, I'm probably not going to see it.
No,
it probably won't even let me see it.
I mean, you might see it like 3 days later,
right? But like now, when I go through Instagram, especially on my iPad, like on my iPad is different than my phone. It's very weird. But like when I go through Instagram, there's very little, and maybe people aren't posting. I don't know, but everything is video. The
algorithm definitely prioritizes videos. I mean, that's 100% true even in my modest Instagram following,
right.
it's like the video's engagement. I'll get 5,000 views on a video, and then I put a photo, it's like 100 views.
100, and it's weird, and like, and you get down on it, and then you're like, well, wait, is it not showing my picture to people? I mean, or if I take a picture and I put it, here's the weird thing, and I know I hate to get into like social media talk here, but like if I post a picture on Instagram, I'll get very much little engagement, but if I put it in the story, I'll get a shitload of engagement.
Yeah, and it's funny because I've been doing social media marketing for the last, professionally, like getting paid by somebody else to do it for like the last 5 years. I've been doing social media marketing since social media started because I'm in a band, so you kind of have to. But as far as like getting paid by an actual company, I've been doing it professionally for about 5-6 years now, maybe longer, and definitely longer.
What blows my mind?
But you have to be diverse. Like the thing is that the funny thing with the algorithm is that you can't also just post videos because then it'll start burying you too. Right. So you kind of almost have to feed it a photo just to bury that, so your other one will work.
Well, what blows my mind, going back to the political talk, we talk about how like we live in the age of the internet, where like we have the most access to knowledge we've ever had, but because of the places that are popular and the places we go to, propaganda has never been more prevalent than ever now. So like back in the day, they could post propaganda. I guess they put it in the newspaper, and they put it in the radio, they put it on the news, and they could push whatever agenda they wanted. Well, now they just direct it to you. Like they go, oh, this is where they go, and they
and
direct
then
it right to you
more and more and more
of what they want you to see.
Yeah,
in any way, shape, or form.
Well, it's funny because like I quit TikTok whenever the whole President Donald Trump saved TikTok in the last minute. Whatever.
Yeah.
I deleted.
I've never been a like. It's just too much. It's not that I don't like it. I
actually really liked it. I just. It's kind of like a lot of my decisions
too much more.
A lot of my decisions are really based on what feels socially proper for myself, because like I canceled my Amazon subscription. Basically, when the administration went back to where it was, I canceled Amazon. I stopped shopping at any big box stores. I don't shop at Walmart. I don't shop at Target. I try my best to shop only locally and get everything there.
Right.
And then I quit TikTok as well. I should quit. I did actually quit social media in general. There was a year of 2020.
Well, you've heard they might wipe Meta out in New Mexico.
I fucking hope so. I was actually joking because Levi 11. He's he prolific artist as well. And, he posted this morning like, man, I miss seeing flyers on the
cars. Yeah,
I miss seeing flyers on cars and on telephone poles and stuff. It's like nobody does that anymore. I'm like, yeah, well, once Meta shuts down, you'll see a lot more of it.
Well, here's what kind of shocked me. I have a friend that she's a drama teacher at a high school, and the big buzzword that people love and hate is AI. And do I see the benefits of AI? Yes. Do I see the fucking scary things about AI? Yes. But it blew my mind. She was telling me that like when she uses AI, every once in a while she'll have to use it, like, and her students will flip out on her.
Like mad?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're like, you can't do that. Like, it's killing the environment. You're using so much water, and like that generation, like that high school generation, is aware of that. Like they're like aware of the economic impact. They're aware of the ecological impact of it. And I'm like, ooh, that gives me hope, and somewhat. And when I see like,
well, my son the same way. He's like, oh, that's just AI slop. He loves to say that.
Good. But like, have you seen like where in Missouri, there was a city council that was like elected in, and then they were like elected in, and people said we don't want a data center here, and then they started to pass the legislation to allow a data center to move in, and the city did a recall, and then voted them all out
Nice.
because they were voting in a data center, and they said we do not want a data center in our town.
Yeah.
And that's becoming a thing because these data centers come in and they're going to kill the water, and they don't care. Like they're just there's so much impact that comes through with these data centers. And I'm not trying to be a fearmonger, but I'm just like, I see hope in the world when I see like people, because like that could be jobs for that town.
Yeah.
But instead they're like, fuck that.
Well, it's
fuck
like,
that.
It's like, it could be jobs for the town, but it's also death for the town.
It could be death for the town. It could be death for their water, because if you run out of water, then the data center closes down and moves away.
Right.
Fuck off. It's like
it'd be like, I mean, it's like these other towns in New Mexico you see dying because the railroads closed.
Railroads closed.
It's just,
or the military base shut down.
I mean, but far more impact. I mean,
far more impact.
Because like not only like when the railroads closed, it sucked because there was as many jobs, but it didn't destroy the land. Like per se.
Not like that.
Not how like a data center is going to.
Yeah, a data center.
It'll leach everything.
Also that you don't have to draw some shit.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because like, and I was talking to Ryan about this. We were just talking and walking, and I was saying, it's like the problem with AI isn't that it's inherently bad.
It's not.
It's just that like
I use
like,
it,
and it's like
I want people to know I use it.
I use it as well.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's sort of like when my only analysis of this is like, remember when computer animated movies started becoming big,
right?
And everybody's go, traditional animation's dead, never again.
But it's back. It's back. It's like they've had to rehire a bunch of them.
Yeah, and it's like, well, and then they had like Pixar was like really the only studio for a while that was even making good ones,
right?
And then like you'd see all these shitty ones, and they're all making a ton of money though. Like it didn't matter how crappy the CG graphic movie was,
right?
It was just making money and making money, making money, making money, and it was crazy. But then all of a sudden, like the bubble burst, and then now they realize that you actually have to make good stuff.
You do.
And that's the same thing with AI. It's like, you can like pump out all these like that same like Family Guy style animation of your portrait or whatever the fuck you want to do, and whatever. But after a while, everybody's gonna be like, "That's stupid. It looks dumb. I'm tired of seeing this."
Right.
And then they'll have to figure out some innovative way to use it, and then some.
The thing that's blowing my mind, Thomas Studer says they're trying to mine uranium near Ghost Ranch, which is disgustingly terrible.
Yeah.
But the thing that is kind of terrifying, but I'm not gonna lie, is where they're able to take the likeness of someone who's dead or famous, and they're able to make, like, have you seen the Wilford Brimley stuff? There's a bunch of them.
No.
Like where him and Larry King are doing like videos together, and he's like dressed as like a Ninja Turtle, and he's like, "Well, Larry, I'm a Ninja Turtle now." And Larry King's like, "You're kidding me." And he's like, "Nope." And he does this whole diatribe where he's like, he's like, "Cowabunga, la la la," and it's like in his voice, it looks like he's dead. He's like, "Been dead." So like that kind of stuff is kind of terrible. And then they made a movie with Val Kilmer recently. There's a whole movie with Val Kilmer in it now.
Huh?
He's dead. Like,
well, yes.
He has.
What's the movie?
I have to look it up. I don't have my phone.
Don't look it up. It's not worth.
But there's a Val Kilmer movie that his family signed off on, going back to that legacy thing, and it's he's all AI.
Of course, yeah.
And I mean, I feel like that kind of stuff. First of all, fuck that family. Like that's some shit. Like they're getting money off that. That's kind of fucked up.
Oh, maybe he was fucked up to them. You don't know the story.
I don't, but like, I don't think it's a good precedent.
No.
Like if you're dead and they're like, well, you can make a AI music with my dad.
Digital Weekend at Bernie's.
Digital Weekend at Bernie's.
It's wild. No, for sure. I mean,
there should be some sort of precedent that legality. Like we don't have the the right people in charge right now.
Yeah.
Well,
nobody's even. They're so old. And
they're fucking
decrepit that they can't.
Jesus hasn't taken the wheel.
They don't even know like what AI really is.
Nah.
And
they could give a five. Even
the
if they did,
is using AI themselves to do ridiculous things. Anyway, let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
It's just what I'm curious about AI is to see somebody do something really interesting with it.
Well-
Because right now nobody's doing anything that cool with it. Like,
What I'm with you. I think what you were trying to say, and this is how I look at it. I may say it better than you, I may not. But like when Photoshop, we were talking about Photoshop and filters. My boss was like, "This is ridiculous." He's like, you know, you're taking this art form of photography and you're making it to where everyone can do it. And I looked at him and I said, I hear what you're saying, but see, I feel like when there's an art form like photography or something, people get lazy and they get, you know, into what they're doing. And then when you take that away, where it's like an art, when you bring in like Photoshop and you bring in like filters and stuff like that, where you can really make a photo look one way, then the people who are the artists in photography, then they have to step up and they have to move the art form farther.
Yeah.
And then take it to another level. And it always escalates things. There will always be an escalation. That's what I'm saying.
And that's what I feel like. That's essentially what I'm trying to say. I feel like AI is going to push other artists to do more incredible things.
Right.
And make the public's appetite for not perfect things better.
Right.
So, my girlfriend Monica DeMarco, who's a very accomplished musician, she has spoken to me about how, in the history of music, because she's a composer, and so in the history of music and performance and piano performance and stuff, it's always taking swings. So we're like, there was a time in piano performance where the goal was to be as precise as possible, as precise to the music, like mechanical. And then the trend swung to be very expressive. Like, who can really make this sound expressive? And then it swings back and forth and back and forth. And that's kind of like, I think what's interesting about AI is because AI essentially lines everything up.
Sure.
You know, in a precise way that's not natural.
Right.
And so it'll burn itself out because people inherently sway back and forth. And sure, yeah, I know, like, there's the Pete Holmes, he talks about how because he was having an argument with Mike Birbiglia about AI and saying, like, yeah, I think that AI is just going to inspire punk rock more and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's what Mike Birbiglia was saying. But then Pete Holmes was like, well, you don't think that it's just like AI is going to adapt? Like, oh, you just want a little more fuck you? I'll give you more fuck you, you know?
Well, sure, but I mean, you know.
But I mean, and I get it, I get both sides of that, but it's also like,
all right, well, I have something for you.
Okay, go ahead.
So, and AI is causing this, and the result, I think, is actually good. So I was reading an article about. I have one if you want one.
Oh, I can reach.
All right, I was reading an article.
Mango. I'm not
about how and I you know, because of Spotify, because of Pandora, because of iHeartMusic, all of them, right? The music labels are taking music that is from, you know, 60s, 70s, 80s, and they're using not only AI, but they're having they're remastering music.
Yeah,
because
they're separating the tracks, even like, because like, I know that the Beatles, they re-released Revolver, which was recorded mono and recorded like on 2 tracks or something, and then the AI separated all the tracks and then remixed it.
Well, one of the things they're doing is they're auto-tuning everything. For example, Queen, they're auto-tuning Queen.
Huh.
You know why? Do you know why they're auto-tuning Queen?
To make it contemporary?
But why?
I have no idea.
Because this blew my brain out of my head. Because the younger generation has never heard music that's not auto-tuned. So they want to make sure
they're not alienating them.
They're not alienating them. So they're adding auto-tune to Freddie Mercury, of all people, so that the kids can go, oh, that I've it sounds familiar to me because I'm used to auto-tune. A guy that needs none auto-tune, and then they're taking. So I first realized this when one day I was like, oh man, I really
is that real?
Yes,
'cause they're actually doing that.
Yes, and I'll tell you how I I figured it out on my own, but I didn't equate it till I read this article. So, and they're going in and they're equalizing music because they want it compressed and they want it to have, to have that compression on it as well, because they're also used to compressed music because that's how they make music now.
Yeah.
But like they want to get rid of all the flaws in it. They don't want music to have flaws, which is ridiculous because rock and roll is a music that's flawed.
Yeah.
And that's why you
Jack
like
White, I read an article of Jack White talking about working, and this is before AI stuff was really taking off. He was talking about how simply using computers in music is really challenging for him because there's this need to keep clicking and clicking and clicking your mouse to like correct the frequency, correct things. Like what you end up doing is you end up losing all the beautiful stuff.
Yes.
Because you're erasing all the beautiful stuff, all the unique stuff. So the more you click, the further away it gets from what it was. And that actually
the soul of it.
And that actually really, that statement really changed my whole brain for a long time. Because at the time I was really into like compression and super EQing and quantization, where I'm like making sure everything's perfectly in sync in time. And I was kind of obsessed with it as a producer, and then I realized it was actually really killing my recorded music.
Well, it depends on what the artist is and what it should be.
But I mean, yeah, and that's always intention, right? But like for me, when I was there's like some of the songs, especially off of our second album, Drought City,
right?
I really overworked some of those songs, and I was like, man, I really wish I hadn't overworked these so much, because like I really clicked my.
But see, that's you learning.
Yeah, for sure. And then with the newest record, even there's a lot of I have frustration with it too. But I mean, you got to always remember that your records are a time capsule of who you were when you made them, and
Correct.
you can't go back and do what they're doing
and
now.
auto-tune it.
Yeah, you can't go back and auto-tune it.
Well, let me tell you when I realized it. Like, I was sitting there, like, thinking about fucking Van Halen, right? And I'm like, and I was thinking about the song Hot for Teacher. I was at work one day, and I was like, fuck, man. Because we were talking about drums. And there's, to me, like, very few songs that just have a fucking drum intro as kick-ass as Hot for Teacher, Do you know what I'm talking about? He's like fucking doing this crazy like drum like part. So I pull it up on Spotify and we start the song. And I'm like turning up the volume and I'm like, well shit, maybe I just remember that fucking terribly. Like, wow. There's like no punch to it. Huh. And it bothered me.
Yeah.
So I came home and I have the record, I have the vinyl. And I put the fucking vinyl on, and it's like, and I'm like, yeah, there it is. What the fuck? Because in that article they talk about how the kids they don't like a lot of bass and a lot of like jarring noises, and I'm like, fucking rock and roll, man. It's
what kids are these?
I mean, they've all had auto-tuned, compressed fucking.
It's interesting
music.
though, because like I feel like. I don't know. I mean, I guess my kids are my kids, but I feel like
it's different. I mean, but you have people who don't listen to music that much with their kids, and their kids get into music, and it's all Taylor Swift. I'm not saying Taylor Swift's a bad thing. I'm not saying anything is. I don't disagree with that, but I mean, I like Chappell Roan. I like but it's all music is auto-tune now.
Sure,
all fucking music is auto-tune now, but it wasn't.
Well, an auto-tune is kind of like saying AI. It's like. It's all tuned. Let's say that. It's not,
there you go.
Yeah, it's
they're taking like the vocal stuff. Like you'll never hear a Janis, like when you hear Janis Joplin, you hear a Janis Joplin song on a vinyl record. They were well,
even like what is it like? Who was the?
It took a lot of takes to get that, but it was pretty fucking.
Like Manic Monday is one of those songs I always remember distinctly like thinking about when I was really starting to get into producing. I was like, wow, they really just let her sing off key for this whole song.
Yeah.
She was flat the entire song. It's a popular song.
But I mean, that's part of the thing.
Yeah. And it's not even bad. Like it's like I said, we're getting
it works. It worked for that song. Yeah. But if you take that song, we should, that'd be like a thing we could do a YouTube video where we take that song and we auto-tune her and see what it changes.
Is the impact. And the thing is that, like I said earlier, it's so subjective though too, because like, is that something that it's hard for me to say. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, the producer and the artist when they recorded it back in the 80s, their intention was not for it to be auto-tuned.
No.
So you're removing the intention.
You're correct.
And that's always the issue.
And that's where that's you're fucking with the art.
Yeah.
You're fucking with the art for the audience. Where you should keep the art and the audience should find it. Now, here's what's happening because of people are finding out about this, about the big, and someone's like, fuck Spotify. I was like, it's not Spotify. Well, it's not Spotify directly that's doing it. It's the actual record label. And when they do the remaster, they also get paid again because it's a new song.
Yeah, it's a new version.
So here's the unintended result of that. People are flocking to analog media.
Yeah.
Record sales are higher than they've been in since the fucking 80s. CDs.
Yeah.
I bought, because of this, I went and found like one of the, not the best one I could find, but a pretty high quality media player. And I've been buying FLAC files, because FLAC are
lossless digital files.
Lossless digital files, and I'm building a library of all the music that I already own. If I have it on vinyl, then I want it on this, and I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna get off of all. And people are doing this thing where they're trying to get off of Spotify, off of Apple Music, off of all this, and I'm headed that direction too. Because if they're gonna fuck with music like that, fuck them.
Yeah,
and that's how I feel.
Well, and it's weird because, like, for me,
it's weird.
I don't actually listen to old music very much. Like, and I don't mean old as in like the 70s or 80s or 90s. I mean, like, I don't listen to music I listened to last year. You know what I mean? I don't listen to anything.
You're very contemporary?
I'm always trying to find new music constantly.
Same. I am the same. I float between both.
And I very rarely
and I feel like everyone should, but, I
very rarely actually go back and listen to songs that, like, I listened to 5 years ago or something. You know what I mean? Like, but the caveat being is that if there's an album I really like, I buy it on vinyl.
Fucking A.
And I keep it.
Yes.
And so it's like,
same.
So my vinyl collection is kind of like this sort of like becoming this museum of like music in my brain.
Well, that's me.
At a certain time. And it's what I like about vinyl is, I've told my dad this a lot. It's like, what I like about vinyl is that when I die and my kids...
You're dead already. Just kidding.
Yeah. When I die, my kids will get my records or whatever. They may listen to them, they may not, but if they choose to listen to them, they will be listening to the exact, literally the same music I listen to. Not like a recompilation of zeros and ones spitting through a streaming service website. It's like the literal sound waves and grooves of music I listen to.
Yeah, I like that.
Are preserved.
Yeah.
It's like, because, every time I listen to Spotify, it's...
Can I give your kids my records too?
Sure. But they'll probably throw both of our records away. Our record collections away. But what's for me, it's like when my son's mom, her, my mother-in-law, she gave me a bunch of records from when she was a kid,
Right.
And it was really cool because, like, this is literally the music she listened to. Not
right.
Like, it's not like I'm listening to because every time you listen to Spotify, it's not the same song. Even if you listen to it on repeat, it's a different version of the same song because it's being recompiled in a digital file, a digital form. And so it's never actually the same song. But with a vinyl record, it's actually the same song.
If you're listening to this podcast and you've never done this, Google and watch a video on how an actual vinyl record is made. It's very fucking fascinating, actually. I think it's very fascinating.
It is.
Because they actually have a lathe that when they say we're going to cut a record, they would say that back in the day. You'd watch movies, they'd be like, we're going to cut a record. That was a literal... They cut it. They literally cut a record. They would take they would record the artist on a reel-to-reel. That's how they edited the music. They would actually go in and they would fucking edit the actual music.
They'd cut it with a knife and they'd fucking tape it together.
And they would say, we have the master. The master would be the actual, like, reel-to-reel master. And then they would cut it. They would, like, play it. And they had a lathe that would cut into a vinyl record the actual grooves. And it's fucking crazy. It's nuts. And the person that's like big about bringing that back is Jack White, and that's so nuts. But the thing the big deal to me, like my vinyl records, people go, so do you collect, which artists do you collect? I go, no. I collect the music I grew up listening to. Like, do I have all the Beastie Boys records? No. Do I have the ones that I listen to? Yes.
Yeah.
Do I have the Dylan records I listen to? Yes. Do I have the Run DMC records I listen to? Yes. The Public Enemy. Like, I don't have the whole collection. I have the ones I listen to. This is the story musically of my life.
And that's how I feel about vinyl. It's like, I don't necessarily sit there and listen to the vinyls all the time.
It's hard to, yeah. But it's great.
Not as convenient.
It's so great to do.
Yeah. And thanks, Thomas J. Studer.
That Studer.
But I appreciate that.
Such a Studer.
I do really feel that way.
Yeah.
About vinyl, and it's cool. It is like it's a story of you. It's like it doesn't really. That's how I approach it for sure.
Yep.
Because it's not like even there's vinyl records that I don't listen to honestly because it hurts. Because like there's vinyls I bought with my son's mom and we're not together anymore and it sucks. You know, I don't want to listen to those records because
everybody hurts.
You know, and I still love her and she's a great mom and we get along. It's not like we're not like I'm very, very lucky that we're not those co-parents that are like at each other's throats. And then Monica and I have records we've collected and stuff together and it just keeps going. You know, I didn't notice. Speaking of records, like, were you a Hastings fan?
Yeah. Dude, hold on. Moment of silence for Hastings.
You know who's the new Hastings? I didn't realize.
Who?
Barnes & Noble.
I did not realize this.
Dude, they have a ton of records.
Do you know who I really... So Hastings was great.
Yes.
And living in Albuquerque, we had that... It was up there on Tramway, and I want to say Candelaria. And it was called Trade Smart. Did you ever go there?
No.
It was their subsidiary company, and they would put them in cities where they had a bunch of Hastings. So if all the Hastings would be like, well, these are the things we can't sell, and they would throw them in the Trade Smart. Huh. So if you walked into Trade Smart, it would have like the vinyl area, the Harry Potter area, the Marvel area, and it was the best fucking place, and it would be on discount.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of like the Ross version of
Hastings, yeah.
Yeah, Hastings.
And the name of this show came when I was walking out of a Hastings. And,
interesting.
And it's one of those things where you look at the death of things and you're like, man. If it wasn't for Hastings, there would have been... so when I grew up in a very rural area, and I've documented this on this show many times, but I always love to tell the story, and I don't give a fuck. Everybody's like, well, how did you know...
It's your goddamn show, dude.
Where did your love of music come from? Well, like, you know, we had MTV. Well, MTV was the mainstream world, and like I have a big punk rock love, and then you know, MTV didn't show it. They didn't show any punk. I mean, they showed very little. The
mainstream punk.
I would buy Thrasher magazine because I was a skate kid. And in the back of the Thrasher magazine, you would flip to the back, and they'd have all the ads, like in the back of all magazines. So for kids that are listening to this show, we would, you know, you would buy a magazine, and you'd flip to the back, and that's where that was a cheap advertising area for people. And I remember in the back of the Thrasher magazine, there'd be all the skateboard companies, and they would sell all the skateboard decks. Then you'd flip to the next page, and it would be like, you want to buy rock T-shirts? We have rock T-shirts. And I'd be like looking at the rock T-shirts, and I'd be like, who are the Misfits? That shirt is cool as shit. Who is Social Distortion? That shirt is cool as shit. So then what I would do is I would look at that, go to Hastings, because we had a Hastings in my town. I would ride my skateboard down there, and I would go in and I would find the CDs or the tapes, and I would buy them.
Yeah,
I would buy them sight unseen because it was in the back of the thread.
Yeah.
I'd buy the Ramones. The Ramones were like a big one. And I'd fucking listen to it, and I'd be like, fuck yeah, these guys are angry. I'm a teenage boy, and I'm fucking angry, and they're fucking angry too.
Yeah.
And that's how I got into punk rock.
Wow.
Because I would look in the back of the magazine.
That's kind of like It was funny how that's very effective advertising.
Yes, but it was like garbage. It was like the magazine version of late night fucking TV back in the day. Late night TV back in the day was like Girls One Wild, like or whatever, or it's my money and I want it now. It was like
up the phone.
Yeah. So like that was like that version, and I would but it was like a Thrasher magazine. So they were like, they knew their audience. They're like, well, let's buy ad space in the back of Thrasher magazine. We could sell our concert T-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess now I got to look up when the first concert T-shirt was.
Well, Thomas Studer was supposed to look that up, but he failed us.
No, he said he was on getting you a shirt, I think.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to get you that shirt.
Fair enough. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that was. Should we wrap it up?
I don't know. We're right about 2 hours. Yeah. So you guys have a show. It's what's it called, Flannel and what's it?
Flannel and Feedback.
Flannel and
90s
Feedback.
grunge rock night with lots of local bands that are cool that I enjoy. They're all bands I really like. Nobody's playing that one.
No one's playing Nirvana.
People are playing Nirvana, but they're not playing that. They're not playing Teen Spirit.
Come on now.
I mean, I feel like it's a little on the nose, right?
It's way on the nose, but
it's funny because actually, before the Talking Hours came on, nobody's playing Nirvana at all, and I was like, "Damn it! Do we have to switch one of our songs to Nirvana?" Because we're playing Elastica and Soundgarden.
Really?
Yeah, and then
Elastica is such a fucking if I talk 90s, no one's going to bring Elastica up.
No, it's pretty niche, but it's that's actually what's interesting. A lot of the bands, there are going to be definitely mainstream 90s grungy songs there, but there's a significant amount of the bands, their second song was actually a pretty niche song.
That's all right.
So I think it'd be pretty cool. It's pretty diverse. And they said that it'll also be original. So it's not going to be just a strictly cover night.
What I meant to bring up is so I was looking it up on my phone earlier, and I want to say this Thrill Spill is what they were called. But I went on Monday. I ended up at a show at El Rey. Did not mean to be there.
Yeah,
I was tired. I was so tired, and I went and met somebody about podcasting. La 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 la. And they were like, "What's going on at El Rey?" And I was like, "Well, there's an emo show. It was called Emo Orchestra, with I want to say The Spill or Thrill Spill something." And I don't even know if they're an emo like they're their own emo band. But all they did was early 2000s emo covers. There was 4 guys. There was a drummer, a bass player, singer, guitar player, and then they had an orchestra behind them. Right?
Yeah.
And they did all early 2000s. So all fucking week, what is he saying?
Elvis Presley was the first
Elvis
concert.
motherfucker Presley, was the first one that had a T-shirt?
It's got. I mean,
what year? What year?
If not, I mean, I
tell
know
me what year. Look it up. Look it up. First concert T-shirt ever made.
Should I ask AI?
1956, my ass. There's no way there was a T-shirt in 1956 because T-shirts were not a thing in 1956.
Nobody wore T-shirts in 1956.
They didn't. It was not. No, I'm telling you, they didn't. It wasn't fashion, especially with a graphic on it. Come on. Tell him, Brody. Tell him.
In 1968.
68? I don't even believe that. Brody.
It was Bill Graham, co-founded Winterland Productions.
Hey.
And it was a flat black.
I would like to see this.
Shirt.
He says Google, motherfucker. All right.
This is Wikipedia.
I don't have my phone. All right. Well,
know.
we'll say. I don't know. But when did concert T-shirts become a thing?
I think 1968.
I don't believe that. I do not believe that. Because, have you ever go to that Rock and Brews that was here?
Never went, no.
So they had all these pictures
that
on the
was
wall.
Kiss's band.
So they were the guys that started Rock and Brews were the guys that own all, they were the ones who started making T-shirts. According to the owner people, they're the ones who started making T-shirts and posters for rock. But they were also the ones behind Woodstock and all that shit.
Yeah.
He said no graphic, just his name. Oh, all right, I get that.
Well, I mean, Elvis had a lot of funny merch.
Yeah.
I remember there's a book called When I Stop Talking, You Know I'm Dead, and it's a producer who did a lot of records and movies.
Oh, gotcha.
And he produced a lot of Elvis stuff. Well, he worked with Elvis for promotion.
Kathy Schroeder says they were popular. Okay, well then Kathy Schroeder was there, so I believe it. No, I'm not saying that in a bad way. She was probably there.
She was there. Yeah. Kathy Schroeder. That's Ryan Schroeder's
Schroeder's mama.
And he was the drummer in Youngsville.
One of my favorite people on the planet, Kathy Schroeder. She makes my soap, and I love
She
that
makes great
soap.
She gives me soap for Christmas.
Dude, that soap is the best.
Good stuff.
I'm on my last bar. So.
I use it so fast.
Fucking dude, it's the best shit ever.
I
think she's in a fight club because she makes soap.
Probably. Human fat.
Then I'm selling Chris's fat ass back to him.
Yeah.
She's like, I was in high school and had doors. Oh, all right. Then all right.
That's 70s though.
That's 70. Yeah, early 70s, late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah. When you
was it actually the
you were
thing?
born 70,
75.
Okay.
So like the thing about the Doors is like, and I don't want to go off on all this, but like they were only a band for a very short time.
The Beatles too.
No, the Doors were like 3.5, 4 years.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Beatles were 9 years.
Yeah, which isn't long.
No, it's not. It's crazy.
Oh, Kathy Schroeder says she graduated 69. What am I, chopped liver?
Summer of 69.
No, Tom Studer, you're also one of my favorite people, but you don't make me soap.
Tom said I could stay at his house in Abiquiu, the Airbnb, and then I said, "Yeah, let me know." And then he left me on red.
What an hole. I love him though. He is
he's a nice guy.
Dude, I was intimidated by him, and when I first met him, and then I actually hung out with him every day, and I was like, this is like one of the coolest, nicest people I've ever met.
I've always
He's such a nice guy.
I haven't talked to him a whole lot, but every time I talk to him, it's always very pleasant.
Oh, it's very pleasant.
But Thomas, so I wanted to. I'm just gonna say this just because it's on my mind because I did buy a guitar from him. It was a 1969 original Mustang guitar from.
Are you
Fender.
fucking kidding me?
No, but I had to sell it. Not for financial reasons.
For drugs.
It was for emotional reasons. So what happened is that
you and Tom are not friends anymore?
No. It's not about Tom at all. Sadly, I had an acquaintance at the time paint it for me. And he painted it really cool. He was a car painter.
You had a 1969 Mustang painted.
You know, I don't care about that stuff. I'm not that. Doesn't make me cry. So I got it painted. And I even showed him a picture, and he was thrilled. It was like it was a very flat red Mustang because it's not very fancy, you know. Because Mustangs, as you may or may not know, were actually.
He said it's a 65.
Oh, 65, yes. They were actually originally student guitars. They're made to be very small and cheap,
right.
But they got popular because of Kurt Cobain.
Yep.
And so I even modified my Mustang similar to Kurt Cobain. Anyway, I got it painted because I wanted it to be a different color. 'Cause I already had a Mustang that was red.
Yeah.
I was collecting Mustangs at the time. And so I had a red Mustang already. I wanted to have a blue one and a white one was my goal. And so I got the red one from 65 painted sparkly blue, like a really nice color. I got racing stripes on it and everything. Tammy actually printed the racing stripes for me.
Nice.
And Tammy from A Good Sign.
One of our sponsors.
Oh, are they a sponsor?
Yes, sir.
Nice. I was going to say not a sponsor, but they are a sponsor.
Yeah, totally.
Tammy
a
A Good
sponsor.
Sign.
She does all of our signage, all of our stickers.
Yeah, and she made the racing stripe for it, and I loved it. I played it. It was a great guitar. Every time I gave it to somebody, they loved it. Tom had put a Hot Rails pickup in it, so it sounded really good too. It sounded more modern.
Yeah.
But the guy that painted it ended up killing his wife.
Oh, okay. All right.
And so I could not bring myself to play it anymore.
Oh, it's a tough one, man.
Yeah,
That's a tough one.
I ended up selling it.
Sorry about that. Well,
it just became like a lark, you know. Every time I saw it, I just thought of her.
Really, I did this one on a downer, didn't you?
And she was my friend, you know, like, and I knew her, and she was a good person.
That's
and,
fucking tough.
And when I found out that she had been killed by her husband, who I knew because he painted the guitar.
Do I know this person?
I'll say it off mic. I don't want to.
No, it's fine. But man,
yeah. Anyway,
wow.
You probably do know this person.
Fuck.
But anyway, it was just like. It was just too painful, and I just felt really bad about it.
No, all right, you got it.
So I sold it, and
I'm sure
it was crazy though because I bought it from Tom for $900, and even repainted, and you know I sold it at Music Around, and I'm talking about like Music Around gives it to you for half of what it's worth.
Yeah.
They gave me $1,500 for it.
So you flipped it. I see what's going on.
I didn't
here.
mean to flip it.
He's all, yeah, man, we'd like to buy them, and when Tom came in, he's all, how much you want for it? Tom's like, oh, I want $1,200, and Carlos was like, best I could do is $900.
It was literally like 8 years later.
Best I could do is $900.
But it was like,
and then you flipped it.
Yeah, but whoever has it, I hope the mojo, the bad juju on it's gone.
I know we talked about AI earlier, and I want to hate it, but have you seen the Pawn Stars Star Wars mashups?
I don't watch any AI stuff, man. Those videos, I avoid them.
Oh, I want to.
I really do. I see some of them. Obviously, you can't avoid them, but like the last one I saw, like the last major one I saw was the Tom Cruise versus Brad Pitt fight.
Yeah,
I saw that one.
No, they did it. So they've been doing Star Wars Pawn Stars, and it's General Grievous, and he's all walks into the Pawn Stars thing, and he's all, "I'm here to sell these lightsabers," and you're like, "Oh my god!" And he's all, lightsabers? Where'd you get these?" He's all, "I'm a collector." And you're like, God dang it. And then the other one is they do Boba Fett comes in and he's selling Han Solo carbonite, Nice. And I hate it, but I'm like,
it's hard. It's hard not to.
It's hard. But,
so I think Thomas is surprised by how much I got from it. Music Around.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because the guy's like, "Oh, we're gonna give you $2,000 for it, but we noticed that it got repainted, so we can only give you $1,500."
And you're like, oh
man.
Well, Mo's like, best I could do is $1,500.
I'm all, I only paid $900 for it, so it's all good.
Yeah, I got you. Right, we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, we're jibber jabbering.
Jibber jabber. Ain't got time for no jibber jabber.
Yeah. But thanks, Jeremy, for dropping off some beverages from Tractor
Brewing.
He is the cowboy of Tractor. Thank you, Topo Chico, for being the sponsor.
Yeah,
and Marble and
what are you hosting this? Who's hosting this show?
Topo Chico. Because if you do it, you're just gonna take 10 times longer.
What the fuck?
No, and thanks, Chris. Actually, seriously though, but thank you for being a friend.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a supporter of the band.
Can you sing it? Can you sing it right?
Thank you for being a friend.
I feel like people are going to listen to this and be like, why is Chris so combative to this guy? It's because I love him.
Yeah, we love each other. We're friends.
I'm only combative to people that I
mean,
love.
He's literally hosting a special 10-drink minimum just for me to talk about shit. So
Correct.
I do really appreciate it.
I have a guy on Sunday that I don't even know. Like, so I want to tell you this. I should have told you this earlier. So there's a guy coming on the show. He did not reach out to me. His management company reached out to me. They're like, we would like to get our artists on the show. And so this is a new thing for me where I'm like, okay, all right. They kind of bugged me a little bit to get them on. And I was like, okay, I kind of want to see how this goes where I let a management company send somebody to me. And the guy's local.
Yeah.
Never heard of him. I'll bring it up. I don't have my phone to tell you.
I'll see it.
But it's Marion Carrillo, I want to say. Carrillo, yeah. And it shows him like where he's like playing, and like he's playing in Santa Fe, he's playing in Rio Rancho, and he's playing in Colorado. And I'm like,
all the big spots.
And I'm not trying to like get people to really like. I just like I want to see how this goes because I don't usually do things this way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm spoiled, and I just text Chris literally on his actual phone,
and that is welcome.
Harass him,
and I'm cool with that,
Yeah.
And if I don't have time, and it's my friends, then I make time.
Yeah, it was really very cool. I was like, hey, do you have time to promote the show this Sunday or this Sunday? Like, nah,
I don't. Well, I mean, that's where it's weird. Is like I'll get booked up, and it'll be like a month or two in like.
Because I think I hit you up a couple months ago.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, I'm already full. I'm like, ugh.
But then you're like, we can do a special one. It's like,
well, I'll tell you off the air. There's people that I get hit up a lot now.
Yeah,
and I have to just like I guess I want to say this a little bit. Don't do that. I'll book you if I want to book you. If I know Carlos because Carlos and I have a rapport. If you think contacting me on social media is the way to go, it's not. contacting me, do great art, and I'll go see it. And if you see me in public, come and talk to me. The way to not do this is to like
harass.
Dude, I have some I have some things to show you. And here's the real one. If you're gonna send me 1,000 things on social media, and then when you see me out in public, not talk to me, then I really won't book you.
Yeah.
And that's happened a lot recently. And I'm like, come up and say hi. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. And then we'll, because then I know if I have a rapport with you. Specifically, do not send me nude photos of you.
I'll stop doing that.
Please, well, but yeah. So I'm just saying that's if and if I haven't responded to you within like a day or two, stop.
Let it breathe.
Stop. But anyway,
with that, Brody says stop.
She's ready for the show to end, and I'm ready for it as well because it's Friday and we got to get out. You guys should get out as well. Go see Carlos's show on the 16th. Grunge, motherfucker.
Yeah, and we encourage you dressing in styles
Flannel.
from the time.
Flannel.
Jorts.
Long jorts.
Whatever you want to wear. You got to wear the shorts that have the little line in them.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what is it called. I don't even know what that's called. That line that was in the stitch.
Some of them had it. It was. I didn't wear that. You'd wear like long shorts. It was like
high socks, long shorts,
or Dickies. Dickies were big. Flannel, concert very, very like fucking like brown, a lot of black, a lot of muted colors.
Look it up.
Yeah.
Follow the
and you have to be and you
look up it on
you cannot
TikTok.
smile. You cannot smile.
No smiling.
And people go, "You don't smile very often." I go, "I'm from the '90s, man."
Yeah, and from Albuquerque.
We didn't smile. It was like we were very serious, man. We're like Eddie Vedder.
Yeah,
we not smile about anything.
Are
people doing Pearl Jam?
Nobody's doing Pearl Jam.
Then I'm not going.
What?
Fuck that.
I'm sure people will do that though.
I love Pearl Jam.
Do you?
Fuck yeah, I saw him. I flew to Miami, fucking Florida, to watch a Pearl Jam show.
Yeah,
3.5 hours. It was amazing.
That was another song I didn't know was a cover for a long time.
What?
Oh where can my baby be?
Do you know the story about that?
Yeah.
Like why? No. Do you know the story like how it got out? So
Pearl Jam song or the Pearl Jam version?
Yes.
I don't know.
It was not supposed to be out in public.
Ah.
So Pearl Jam has a thing called the 10 Club. And you pay a yearly, it's like their fan club. Mm-hmm. And you pay a fee for that club every year. And one of the things is you get like it used to be a CD and then it turned into you got a vinyl every year. You might still, I don't know. But like being a part of the 10 Club now, like when we went to Miami, like my friend had got the tickets to the Miami show. And all of the tickets were $75 no matter where you were. You were only allowed to be on the floor if you were a part of the 10 Club, and then you got in a lottery, and they picked you, and then you got to be on the floor.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you had to be somewhere in a seat, right?
Sure.
But so one year, they did that cover as a specific 10 Club vinyl exclusive, and some radio station got a hold of that record and put it on, and then it blew up.
Wow.
And they did not want it released. Pearl Jam's one of those bands that they would release songs only in Europe. And there were like Footsteps and Yellow Ledbetter are only songs that were on albums that came out in Europe. Huh. And like, I don't know, I dig that kind of shit, you know? And those are fucking banger songs, man.
Hey, if you like that stuff and you're a fan of Youngsville,
all our stuff is out there.
We're actually releasing 3 CDs of stuff from our old catalog, but they're re-releases. They're gonna have new art and new songs that were B-sides off those albums that never got released.
Only released in Berlin,
and they're only gonna be on the CD. Period. They're not gonna be on Spotify or anything.
That's dope.
Yeah.
See, there you go. Special,
man.
It's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
I didn't know. It's crazy that we could sit. You and I have such a rapport. We can just sit here for 2 hours and fucking.
It flew right by. I was like, we're gonna go on to 3 if we don't stop.
I was excited that Jeremy was coming, but he didn't.
You know, he would just kill the vibe.
He would. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
But yeah,
we love Jeremy. He's a good guy.
We do. Thank you to Carlos. Thank you guys for listening. It's a Friday. Go out, have a great time tonight. Tune in on Sunday. We do have I'm excited to talk to this guy because I mean, you know, I would like to, you know, get into more of this music conversation with him because he's part of this system that, like, you know, I've never dealt with a system like where they're like,
As
hey,
a manager,
can we put you're right, because a lot of our people don't, you know.
well, I'm the goddamn manager.
I'm the manager, motherfucker. I'm the manager now. But thank you guys. It's Friday. Have a great weekend. With that, I am 10 drink minimum.
Bye.